Victor Hugo once said, "Go out in the world and work like money doesn't matter. Sing as if no one is listening, love as if you've never been hurt, and dance as if no one is watching." A wonderful sentiment for sure. In fact, I probably wouldn't sing at all if I thought anybody was listening, and I certainly wouldn't dance at all if I thought anybody was watching. But is it even possible to live life like money doesn't matter? For most of my life, money has been a problem. In fact, most of my married life, I've lived with a pretty deep sense of personal discontent concerning our use of money. This discontent, or just general unease concerning our finances, primarily came from two areas. First, I've always been discontent with the amount of money I was spending. For years, after graduating college in 1997, we lived paycheck to paycheck, never able to get ahead. Despite ever increasing paychecks, we were never able to build up any substantial savings. Our credit card bills seemed to mirror our pay stubs. The more money came in, the more money just went out. And as I entered my 30s, this inability to build savings could no longer be blamed on an entry-level income. It had to be blamed on something I was doing. Number two, I've always felt discontented with who I was spending my money on. And by that I mean I'm a Christian, someone who cares about the invisible things of life, someone who cares about making a difference in the world. Unfortunately, my bank account never aligned with those beliefs. Nearly every spiritual leader of every major religion preaches generosity, contentment, and care for the disadvantaged and marginalized in society. Yet, my financial gifts to those in need were few and far between. I had a desire to help the poor, care for the orphan, comfort the widow, but I could never get behind those intentions with my finances. And it concerned me on a deep spiritual level. In both regards, a solution was seemingly unavailable. That was until Memorial Day 2008, when my neighbor introduced me to minimalism and intentionally living with less stuff. As a result of our short conversation, the solution to my financial discontent became surprisingly clear. It was simple and practical. Buy less stuff. Now, just to be clear, the idea of buying less was not a new solution to me. I was not naive enough to have never thought about it before, but the solution had never sounded attractive to me, if that makes sense. Buying less sounded like I was taking a step backwards in life, admitting defeat, unable to earn the income necessary to live out the American dream. But more than that, it sounded boring, unfashionable, and destined for ridicule. But I was wrong. Deciding to intentionally live with less is among the best decisions I've ever made in life. As a result of paring down our possessions and determining to only buy the things that we needed, we found life got better, way better. We have more time, energy, and money available to us than ever before. We have more opportunity to pursue the greatest passions in life. We spend less time cleaning, organizing, and repairing the stuff that we own. We have been forced to intentionally redefine our values. And rather than chasing every new product or fashion line sold at the department store, we are finally able to invest into the things that make life worthwhile and significant. And in this simple solution of buying less, both avenues of financial discontent in our lives have been resolved. Every month, we have money left over for savings. And every month, we have more to give away, even eventually enough to start a nonprofit called The Hope Effect, which is changing how the world cares for orphans around the world. For our financial discontent, the practical solution of buying less was perfect. And today, my only regret is that I didn't start sooner. But what about other money problems? Would the mindful practice of intentionally buying less solve them too? In most cases, it would. I'm going to list a number of pretty common money problems and how the solution to that problem is simply found in buying less. See if you find yourself in any of these. Money problem number 1. I am deep in debt and can't find a way out. According to the USA Today, each American household carries an average of $8,600 in credit card debt. Buying less provides the opportunity to slowly begin repaying the debt. It takes time, but patience, persistence, and discipline will absolutely free you from that burden. If buying too much is the cause of the problem, in most cases it is, buying less is most certainly the solution. Money problem number 2. I don't make enough money. While there are some legitimate cases where income does not provide for basic needs, more often than not, this money problem springs from an internal desire to purchase the luxuries that we believe will add joy to our life. Because our income does not match our desires, we believe we're not making enough money. But joy from luxury is short-lived, fleeting, and can never satisfy. Your heart will always desire more, and your income will never match your desire. Instead, an intentional decision to purposefully live with less will provide the inner space to find contentment in your life and begin making the most of it today. Let me try another. Money problem number 3. I feel trapped in my job. Too many people that I know feel trapped in their present employment. Their internal groaning is often heard in statements like, I can't wait to retire, I can't believe I have to go to work today, I hate that the weekend is over. And while some feel trapped because of their need for health care, for an example, others feel trapped because of their need to keep up with a completely avoidable lifestyle, their mortgage, their car payments, their credit card bills. If you feel trapped, know that the invitation to buy less remains open. There is an escape. The decision to live with less will open the door to surviving on a tighter budget and just might soon open the door to finding new work that you love. Money problem number 4. I fear retirement. As nearly every financial outlet worth reading reminds us, the most important key to building retirement savings is to start saving today and contribute consistently. Whether you are 20, 30, or 50, your retirement account will not grow substantially without your contributions. So get started today with this simple formula. Buy less and save more. Finally, money problem number 5. My spouse and I argue about our finances. It is true that one of the leading causes of divorce in our world today is financial stress. This stress stems from any number of factors: disagreements on spending, loss of employment, other stress from existing debt, and/or keeping financial secrets from one another. And depending on your specific circumstance, intentionally buying less may not solve all of them, or to be fair, any of them. But it certainly can't hurt. And maybe, just maybe, the extra financial space that is created from even one partner deciding to buy less will provide the space necessary to address the underlying factors that are leading to the inability to resolve your differences. To be true, your specific money problem may not have been addressed in this video. Unfortunately, there's just not opportunity to address every financial condition here. And there are some wonderful personal finance videos and YouTube channels for you to follow if that is the case. But my goal wasn't to specifically address every possible avenue of financial discontent. Instead, my hope was to raise your personal awareness towards the same simple, practical solution that resolved the financial discontent in my life. Buy less stuff. Whatever financial stress you may be feeling today, know that buying less is probably the most practical and easiest solution. And the road to relief may be more appealing than you think it is.